They left me a booby trap. I got out of it. I win! Okay, where's the prize? Alright, anyway. As you can tell, I'm single. But you know, I'm sort of at the age where I know what I want and I know what I like. I want to get married, but I don't like to date. That's like saying I'm a vegan, but next month I'm going to eat the world's biggest hamburger. But you know, recently I've realized, it was last Tuesday, very recent, I've realized that I crossed over from single to what I like to call super single, and I'll tell you the discovery path. I was at Ralph's, I was in line, I was buying the 8-pack of chicken, because for a single person that'll last me what? The rest of my life, right? You know, and the woman behind me tapped me on the shoulder and she's like, you know, out in the back they're selling these meals that you can, you know, cook up for one person. And I was like, really? I'm suddenly one person meal eater? What gave you that impression? Was it the big sweater with the picture of a cat on it? Because I could stop wearing that, but I had to do laundry. It's okay though, because for the next 12 minutes I could talk to anyone on Match.com for free. I'm giving you guys half of that time. There are singles waiting to meet me in my area. You know, I used to do Match.com, and I'm going to tell you why I stopped. I once got an IM from a guy from Match.com years ago. We start chatting, and you know, just getting to know each other, asking the basic questions. Where are you from? What music do you like? Then he goes, hey, so do you wear jeans? And I was like, that really depends. Like, why are you asking? He's like, I like girls that wear jeans. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to pretend you didn't say that and just try to keep getting to know you. So everything was fine. I was like, okay, that jeans thing, that was just a blip in our relationship. We were chatting on IM. But then we're talking about our favorite restaurants. And he's like, I was like, you know, I really like Texas Roadhouse. It's a really good barbecue restaurant out east. And he's like, you know, I love that restaurant too, because the waitresses wear jeans. And you know, I'm pretty logical, so I'm like, obviously he's going to kill me and wrap me in jeans and hijack a Levi's truck and drive it off a cliff onto a waiting pile of stolen Lee jeans. And I don't date thieves. But I did have a romantic story happen to me quite recently. I was typing outside of a Starbucks at about noon, magic time, a magic place, and a man comes up to me and he says, hey, is anybody sitting there? And so without asking any additional questions, I say, no. And so he decides he is going to fix this problem that he sees, which is me sitting alone. By the way, he's about 6 years old, and he's wearing this like penguin printed shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt, and I was like, this is going to go perfect. Perfect end of the day. It was noon. What am I talking about? Anyway, so he immediately starts telling me about all the movies he has back at his place. I have all these DVDs back at my place. I just bought Polar Express. I just bought a video cassette recorder. I have some video cassettes back at my place. I have the whole Lone Ranger series. Way to a Woman's Heart. Really. He's like, the whole Lone Ranger series. You know the Lone Ranger? Dun 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 dun. And I'm like, that is not the Lone Ranger, and I am not going to go to the Ponderosa this evening. So finally he's like, you know, I'd like to get to know you better. May I take you out? And I was like, I don't. He's like, so that's a no, isn't it? I'm like, you're gonna make me say it? And he's like, are you saying that we don't have any chemistry? I'm like, I'm saying you've been spinning up and down my arm for the past 15 minutes, and this has to stop. So he's like, fine, and he stands up, and then he says to me, he goes, I guess that's true what they say about women. They're only after the money, and then he walks away. And so I was like, wait, you had money? Because I can give a guy a chance. Thank you guys, that's my time.